Hujambo and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to work with the reciprocal verb extension in Swahili. So what exactly are verb extensions? Verb extensions are little letters or suffixes that we add at the end of the verb to transform that verb to mean what we wanted to say. Last week, we talked about the preposition of verb extension, which transforms a verb to mean an action was done for somebody or in behalf of something else. So in today's video, we'll be learning what reciprocal verb extension is and why it's especially important to learn it. Hi, my name is Karen Wanjiru Stringer, and I'm the creator of LSN Swahili Made Easy app, and I hope you find this video useful. All right, so when do we use reciprocal verb extension? We use this verb ending to show that the action was mutual or reciprocal, hence the name. And you identify it by the na at the ending. It always requires subjects to be in plural. By subjects, I mean participants in that action. And at times, you might need to transform a verb from its plain form to another extension before you can turn it into the reciprocal verb extension. I'll show you what that means. And it does not require object infixes like when we were working with the prepositional verb extension. So if you want to know more about the prepositional verb extensions, just go through my channel and it's going to be there. It's one of the latest videos. All right. So here are a few examples of how the reciprocal verb extension looks like. So we have the verb honor, which is see. If you want to say see each other, you will add a na at the end of the verb. So it's very simple. Onana. Now this means see each other. Now if I wanted to say we saw each other, we would simply go through this the normal way of conjugating a verb and say to for us, li for past tense, and onana for our reciprocal verb extension. Let's look at another example. Piga is to beat. Beat each other or to fight will be pigana. So if you wanted to say they fought, that would be wali pigana. Imba, and then this is one of those examples I was showing you that you might need to transform it into a verb extension, another verb extension before you can actually use the reciprocal. So imba is to sing. Imbia is sing for. Now, this is when we add the na at the end, which will be imbiana. So because if you say imbana, that is sing each other, that does not make a lot of sense if you want to say sing to each other. And imbia here, this is our prepositional verb extension that we learned in the last lesson, all right? So imbia, imbiana, Tuli imbiana, we sang for each other. Another example where you need to transform a verb into a prepositional verb extension before you use reciprocal is soma. Soma is to read. If you wanted to say we read for each other, you would not say tuli somana. You would transform the verb soma into somea, read for, and then add the na at the end, someana. So if you don't know how to work with your verb to know how all of this come together, to be fair, this lesson is geared towards more people who already have their foundational verb structure. So check out my free 5-day course. It's in the QR code at the beginning of this video. I'll also put a link down below. That way you know how to work with the verb. It's a free 5-day course. Helps you understand the basics of Swahili fundamentals. So if you are where you know how the verb works, this is going to be very helpful for you. So remember, imbia, imbiana, tulimbiana, soma, somea, someana, and then that will be an example they will read for each other will be wata someana. So key things to remember, we simply add a na at the end of the verb. If it's not logical to simply directly add the na because of what that verb means, you might need to transform it into a prepositional verb extension before adding the na so that it makes sense. So what we're going to do next is going to do our drills, and this will help you internalize this concept. Remember, you do not need to know all the words. This is part of me training you. So if you don't know the word, simply let the video play out and you will hear the response. But if you know the verbs, that's okay. Go ahead and give yourself some time if you need to by pausing for a little bit and then anticipating the answers before going on ahead. All right. So let's do our drill. They cooked for each other. Walipikiana. Walipikiana. They love one another. Wanapendana. Wanapendana. We will see each other tomorrow. Tutaonana kesho. Tutaonana kesho. They are crying for each other. Wanaliliana. Wanaliliana. So this is one of those extensions that you're going to need prepositional verb extension before you add the reciprocal, because lia is to cry. Cry for is lilia. So we are adding lia, lilia, then liliana. Okay? We bought each other presents. Tulinunuliana zawadi. Tulinunuliana zawadi. So in review, we use this verb ending to show that the action was mutual or reciprocal. It's indicated by the na ending. We always need the subjects to be in plural, so you'll never see something like nina chapana or nina someana. That does not work. You're gonna need your plural subject prefixes. And then at times, other extensions are needed to make it work, otherwise, it would not make any sense. For instance, if you wanted to say we cooked for each other, you cannot say tulipikana. That would mean we cooked each other. But tulipikiana, then that will mean we cooked for each other. And finally, it does not require object infixes. As noted earlier, if you do need to learn your basic verb structure before you can work with your extensions, please check out my free 5-day challenge, link in bio or at the QR code at the beginning of the video. And then that way you are able to be comfortable and get on your way to Swahili fluency. I hope you found this useful. And as usual, I am rooting for you.